r/AskReddit. What shouldn't be attractive but it is? What's the deal with lip biting? What does it even mean? Why is it so hot? As long as it's the bottom lip. Kinda opposite effect with the top one. I looked my crush in the eye and bit my top lip in irony. She then did the same thing. Also in irony. And I like her even more now. You too shall fuck. Would love to watch a series with a drunken simple guy playing aggressive Cupido. My guess would be that we associate that with desire, like, you have to bite yourself to keep yourself in control kind of thing. This is true. Also that people bite the other person's lips when kissing, so doing it to themselves might subconsciously make you think about them doing it to your lips. Carrying multiple chairs at once. So hot. Bible study intensifies. Checkmate. Atheists. I knew it. Or when someone jumps and touches the top of a door frame. What if they don't have to jump and can just smack it? Instant orgasm. Walking with a purpose. Not too fast, not too slow, but totally focused on your destination. This is how to avoid work. Add one clipboard and a pen. No one will ask questions. I once worked in a factory that got temporarily halted due to quality issues. For whatever reason they would not send any of us home despite literally nothing to do. Everything had been cleaned to within an inch of its life. Even so I decided to start walking around the factory for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I walked by the manufacturing lead many a time, but I moved with a purpose so I was never questioned. There's an old joke about a new boss who came around looking to impress his workers into working harder. He walked into the factory and immediately noticed a young man leaning against a post. "You there? What's your name?" "John, sir." "How much do you make a week?" "John, about $500. "Well, here's 2 weeks pay. Get out of here and don't come back. You're fired." "But, sir, I don't want to hear it. Get lost, or I'll call security." After the young man left, the new boss looked around at the stunned workers. "Alright, looks like we have a vacancy. What department was he in?" Finally, the foreman spoke up. "Well, sir, he works for the deli across the street. He was waiting on lunch orders." Saw this type of activity firsthand when I worked as an industrial electrician in the early 2000s. Watched the president of the company we worked come to a major job site for an inspection while we were rebuilding a power plant that had exploded. Google Hawthorne number 5 explosion. Anyways, he rounds the corner and there are 2 guys sitting on a gang box and it's not even close to a break time. He proceeded to yell and scream at them, took their names, and wrote them both checks for the week and kicked them off the job site. The guys just picked up their stuff and left. They were both gone about 2 hours and then were back, tooled up in the same spot. Tip $HT electrical company president happens to walk by again on his way out the gate and starts in again. "I fired you. Get off this job site. I'll have your ticket pulled from the hall. You'll never work in this local again," etc. They just smiled, said good luck with all that, while a small crowd was gathering and chuckling at the scene, and informed him that he couldn't fire them. They were pipe fitters, not electricians, and this was the location they were to meet their site foreman. Dude got super pissed. Everyone laughed at him, because he basically handed them $3,000 when he fired them the first time. They had taken the checks to the bank and cashed them, all while on the phone with their foreman and shop steward. My GF dyed her hair purple and suddenly I'm a 14-year emo boy again. I, too, am dye curious. I had a girlfriend change her hair color to teal. Now, I'm extra curious about neon-haired women. A mate of mine always makes fun of me, cause I have a thing for brightly colored hair. Red, green, blue, fuchsia, damn. My wife asked me just yesterday why women holding their mouths open seductively was considered attractive. I couldn't find an answer. It just is. It evokes a psychological connotation of receptivity. A girl's stomach is the best place to kiss and rest your head after a long day of dealing with people's BS. Do you leave it in the body, or let it hang out when you laying your head down? I leave it in. Mermaids. The upper half is seductive, but what's to be done with the tail end? Cloaker. And no, it's not located anywhere near where you think it is. Why couldn't she be the other kind of mermaid, with the fish part on the top and the lady part on the bottom? It turns out I loved her, but I wasn't in love with her. Ps1 Hagrid. Stop, I can only get so erect. Women's legs. Like, what? Why am I attracted to a woman with great legs? Little to no affinity for feet though. Roads to the promised land, my dude. Look at those legs go up and make a complete duck-in-ass out of themselves. My GF wearing my clothes. I like wearing my GF clothes. Haha, I almost got ya. I have no girlfriend. Apparently men's forearms when their long sleeves are rolled up. I used to work with a mechanic who had the most glorious forearms. Like friggin' carved from marble beautiful. Should be on display in a museum with Michelangelo works. Haven't worked with him in a year, but I still think about those lovely forearms from time to time. They were simply perfect. Paired with a long sleeve rolled up, chef kiss heaven. My housemate has unfairly attractive forearms. He's not interested in me in that way, so I've gotten over any feelings for him. But damn, every time I see those forearms I wonder what could have been. How do you do that? Like seriously, it's a problem of mine, but I've been removing myself from friendships because I want more than them. How did you get over those feelings? You let time pass and distract yourself. Don't let those people live in your head rent free. Won't do a goddamn thing for you. Girls wearing oversized hoodies or sweaters, especially when it makes it look like they aren't wearing shorts. It's just hot and I don't know why. When guys are good at fixing stuff, especially if it's complicated, smart people are hot. Hearing them speak another language, they could be insulting you, but damn, it's a turn on. My crush was speaking French to my best friend and I didn't even care what they were saying. I was entranced. And of all languages, it was French, the language of ducking sexiness embodied. Neck to shoulder area of a woman. Maybe I'm just a vampire. As a woman, I find men's asses really attractive, especially when they have a bubble butt from working out or just being genetically gifted. I don't know what it is. I'm personally not an ass eater, but damn, I'd bite a butt cheek if they'd let me. Bro, definitely nurse doctor uniforms. You get an average looking person a job at a hospital and all of a sudden they become hot. I don't know what it is. Being given a compliment. I know that being complimented is good, but when men are starved of them, if a girl compliments them, it can be enough to make the guy like them. Stupid sexy Flanders. It feels like there's nothing at all. Nothing at all. I just imagined him in that one episode where he drank a glass of milk and in slow-mo shook off his mustache. Boobs, I mean, they are just 2 sacks of fat with 2 buttons on top of it. What's so attractive about it? They'll feed your children. They'll feed you too. I made cereal with my wife's breast milk yesterday. That's gross, man. Cereal in the morning is way too many carbs unless you're a professional cyclist or something. 90% you'll feel better with just some eggs and maybe half a grapefruit. Expose safa hands. I prefer it when they wear gloves. Leave something to the imagination. Wearing gloves is like wearing a form-fitting dress. You all the shape, just without the skin. Certain people wearing glasses, like the person literally can't see properly, but the right set can really increase a person's attractiveness. If they can't see well, they are more likely to bone my ugly ass. Glasses. In evolutionary terms, you shouldn't want to reproduce with someone who has terrible eyesight, but now glasses are seen as an attractive feature. But they are also associated with high intelligence, and nowadays, terrible eyesight does not represent practically any evolutionary disadvantage. I think I might subconsciously correlate them with intelligence, like, you read so much you can't see anymore. Hot. $600 graphics cards. When women tie their hair, our lizard brains are programmed to know there's a better than 0 chance it means BJ time. I love guys who get nervous or shy. Allow most redditors to introduce themselves. They said shy. No one on Reddit would do that. Hand holding. You ducking degenerate. That's just you, you sick freak. Lola Bunny. Why do I find myself lusting after a cartoon rabbit? And on that note, that thick bunny from Zootopia. What the hell is wrong with me? And that's how furries are made. I blame Gadget from Rescue Rangers and Maid Marian from Robin Hood. It's cause she's closer to a girl wearing a bunny costume than an actual rabbit. Shrek. Watching Brienne of Tarth swing that big ass swords and kill dudes with it. Found Tormund's account. Is the big woman here? So you do know her. Girls who look kinda strung out, like they haven't been sleeping well for a while. Sloppy hair, clothes don't match, bags under the eyes, mildly displeased expression. If she's like banging on a vending machine or something, that's even better. No idea why that look gets me going, but it does. Banging on a vending machine is niche. The blue alien singer lady from The Fifth Element. The director of the film did not think so once she left her teenage years. They started dating when she was 15, and then he left her for Mila Jovovich while they were all filming The Fifth Element. A man who's dirty, actual dirt. My so cuts down trees for a living, and when he comes home dirty and sweaty from working hard all day, I just want to pounce on him. So hot. Sweatpants. Just something about women looking comfortable. As someone who is really into butts, the whole athleisure trend is a ducking godsend. Yoga pants everywhere. Rolling shirt sleeves up to just above the elbow. It's literally just changing the length of a sleeve, and it's one of the sexiest things ever. Aggression. Evolutionarily we're attracted to it because it means our partner will be able to defend themselves and us. In a modern societal context, if someone is incredibly aggressive, they probably don't know how to manage their emotions properly and likely exhibit abusive behaviors. I hate to say it, but smoking. Some people just look very attractive with a cigarette between their lips, and I hate it. Smoking is a disgusting, smelly, unhealthy habit, but damn if it isn't one of the coolest looking human behaviors of all time.